Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today we delve into the history of Formula 1 racing and the extraordinary career of one of its most iconic drivers, Nigel Mansell. Hello there, I am thrilled to take you on an adventure through the life and achievements of Nigel Mansell, the British racing icon who made an indelible mark on the motorsport history. So fasten your seatbelts and let's get started. Nigel Ernest James Mansell was born on August 8, 1953 in Upton-upon-Severn, England. From a young age he exhibited a passion for speed and competition. His unwavering determination led him to pursue a career in racing.
And then, of course, within a few months I thought, well, I've got this, I'm going to be a fantastic race car driver. So I actually said, look, can we go to our first race? And we took this car to the first race and I thought, this is it, I'm the bee's knees. And every time I'd done one lap, everyone else had done two. So I had a baptism of fire. I realised that I wasn't that good, and obviously the machinery was very inadequate.
Nigel's talent was evident as he ascended through the ranks of racing. His breakthrough came in 1980, where he joined the Lotus Formula 1 team and showcased his exceptional skill and fierce competitiveness. Renowned for his audacious overtaking maneuvers and his refusal to give up, Mansell earned the nickname Il Leone, or the Lion. However, we are still at the beginning of his career, and the glorious days of Lotus, with legends like Jim Clark, Jochen Rindt, Emerson Fittipaldi and Mario Andretti, had vanished shortly before the 1980 season. Only Mansell's final season at Lotus offered a glimmer of hope, as his teammate, Elio De Angelis, clinched third place in the championship, trailing behind the dominant McLaren tag Porsche of Niki Lauda and Alain Prost. For Mansell though, it was a disappointing year, as he finished only 5 out of the 17 races.
And it is, he's fainted, and past him to 5th place goes Ghinzani in the Osella. And thankfully Nigel Mansell seems to be okay after a brave and determined effort to finish 6th.
After that season, Lotus had a rising star waiting in the wings and lost faith in Nigel Mansell. In 1985, Ayrton Senna would take the seat, sparking a fierce rivalry which lasted throughout their whole careers.
Here's a replay of Nigel Mansell. Now just watch the way the Englishman hangs in there. Look at them at this speed, because they are approaching that corner at 195 miles an hour.
In retrospect, the move to Williams Honda proved to be perfect for Mansell.
Now he comes out of clearways and takes the checkered flag.
In 1985, Nigel Mansell secured his maiden Grand Prix triumph at the European Grand Prix held at Brands Hatch. It was a pivotal moment in his career and marked the beginning of a legacy that would inspire a generation of racing enthusiasts.
From the expression on Nigel's face that he's tired, he was going to have 2 pain-killing injections. Away goes the champagne, which I always think is a tough. Take that out of Frost. That's for being world champion.
Over the next 2 years, Mansell finished as runners-up in the championship, narrowly missing out on the 1986 title in a dramatic fashion to Alain Prost. Starting from pole position, he slipped into 3rd, but was still in contention for the championship victory when disaster struck.
And look at that! And colossally, that's Mansell! That is Nigel Mansell! And the car absolutely shattered. He's fighting for control, and you can see what's happened. Mansell is out of the race. Now, this could change and will change the World Championship.
What an absolute tragedy for Mansell.
But
In the following season he once again won the most Grand Prix races, but his daring maneuvers like this one.
But he's on the outside line. Oh, and Senna's in trouble, and he's taken them both off. Senna was on the slippery stuff on the inside. The wheels are digging in. He's not going to be able to move, and that is naughty because Senna, I would say, was definitely the culprit there, and he took Nigel Mansell out of the race.
Did cost him valuable points. In the penultimate round, Nigel Mansell suffered a massive crash, rendering him out for the last 2 races of the season. Therefore, he finished behind his teammate and eventual champion Nelson Piquet, who was a little bit treated like a number 2 driver by the team. After a 2-year stint with Ferrari, where he performed admirably but was never a title contender, he returned to Williams for the 1991 season. Yet, luck was not on his side, as he once again finished second after losing a victory on the final lap.
Yes, well, he certainly waited patiently for this man, so he's had a rotten start to the season, went beautifully in Brazil, only to be dogged by mechanical trouble, gearbox trouble with the Williams.
And he's going to beat Nelson Piquet by some 50 seconds. He's taking the hairpin very... He's stopping! Nigel Mansell, just a few hundred yards from the flag on the last lap. He's stopping, he's banging his steering wheel in frustration. Something has happened. It looks as though he's out of the race.
For the 1992 season, Mansell was determined and his efforts paid off. He celebrated a record-breaking 9 wins and secured 14 pole positions. He was only beaten twice in qualifying all season long.
Each regards the other as his main rival, and rightly so. And what a classic this is turning out to be. Race order on lap 3. Mansell leads, Senna second, Patrese third, Schumacher is fourth, Berger is fifth, Alesi is in 6th position, Brundle is in 7th, he's gained a place.
In all the races he completed, he finished either first or second, amassing a staggering 108 points, nearly double that of his teammate Riccardo Patrese.
As you cross the line in Hungary, can you remember now, 30 years later, what the overriding emotion was?
Disbelief. Is it really true? Have we really done it? Emptiness, shock.
Why emptiness?
That
surprises me.
It's the flash of adrenaline where everything stands still. You know, when something means so much to you and you think you've actually done it and achieved it, and you spent 40 years of your life attaining that, it's the most amazing feeling where everything's in slow motion like there's no tomorrow. And I think where that emptiness comes from is the overwhelming relief. Your car finished the race, you've won the championship. Is it real? Have we done it? You know, you're questioning yourself. So I think basically what happens, I think your brain upsurges to a point that your brain fuses. So when it fuses, there's emptiness.
Nigel's career was not without challenges, and one of his fiercest rivals was the legendary Ayrton Senna. Their intense, on-track duels captivated fans and remain etched in the memory to this day.
He was looking for, he got close enough and we missed it, but Senna must have had a real go then, and there's still a car in front of them.
They'll both go out! Senna, Mansell was destined not to finish the Australian Grand Prix, and that's exactly the same situation for Ayrton Senna that he was in the previous year with his left wheel, and Mansell is furious! Is he out of Formula One? Have we seen the last of the world champion Nigel Mansell?
Unfortunately, he was out of Formula One, but Nigel Mansell explored other racing series, including IndyCar, where he achieved remarkable success, clinching the 1993 kart championship.
Outside. Nobody has told Nigel Mansell that you can't pass out there, especially when the racetrack is slippery. That was a fantastic pass.
Nigel Mansell is capable of doing a lot of passes that some others may not.
However, Mansell's passion for Formula One never waned, and in 1994 he made a sensational comeback to the sport with the Williams team. He signed with McLaren for the 1995 campaign, but due to numerous issues, Nigel Mansell's last race came at the beginning of the season. He bid adieu to the sport, leaving behind a legacy of bravery, determination and an unwavering spirit. And there you have it, folks, Nigel Mansell, a true racing icon who defied all odds, inspired millions and engraved his name in the annals of motorsport history. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more captivating stories from the world of motorsport. Until next time, stay passionate.
Have you ever had neutral after first gear on the start like that? What happened? If you haven't, I wouldn't recommend it. I'm fucking pissed off. I really am. I drive slow, I get it together, it's a fucking nightmare, and someone stuffs me up the back.